We are counting down the 5 films that shaped Rob Reiner into a Hollywood legend. From genre-defining comedies to tense psychological thrillers, these movies prove how trusting great stories, writers, and actors can build a lasting legacy. Which unforgettable film stands at the top, and why? Let us begin with number 5. Rob Reiner stepped into uncharted territory with Misery. Known for comedy and romance, he took on Stephen King's claustrophobic thriller and stripped it to its core. Just 2 actors, one snowbound house, and a sense of dread that never lets up. The film's most infamous moment, the hobbling, was not just shock for its own sake. Reiner insisted on suggestion over gore, convincing Stephen King to swap the novel's amputation for something more psychologically brutal. Kathy Bates, a Broadway veteran at the time, poured herself into Annie Wilkes. Her performance, rehearsed until every line felt real, earned her the Academy Award for Best Actress in 1991. Misery had a $20 million budget and grossed $61 million at the box office, and it proved Reiner's range. With nothing but silence, suspense, and 2 unforgettable performances, he showed Hollywood he could do more than make people laugh. He could make them squirm. A Few Good Men opened in 1992, and it instantly raised the stakes for Rob Reiner. Adapted from Aaron Sorkin's hit play, the film traded spectacle for sharp dialogue and the slow burn of a courtroom. The cast, Tom Cruise, Demi Moore, and Jack Nicholson, brought star power, but Reiner's control behind the camera kept the spotlight on words and silences. Nicholson spent 5 days on set and was paid $5 million, but his performance, especially the "you can't handle the truth" outburst, became one of the most quoted moments in movie history. Reiner and cinematographer Robert Richardson mapped each camera move to build tension, letting Sorkin's writing and the actors' reactions do the heavy lifting. The film pulled in $243 million worldwide. It was Reiner's biggest box office success, and it earned 4 Oscar nominations, including Best Picture. With A Few Good Men, Hollywood's trust in Reiner reached its peak. He could turn a stage play into a cinematic event and guide stars at the top of their game. When Harry Met Sally arrived in 1989, it changed everything people thought they knew about romantic comedies. Nora Ephron's script, built from long talks with Rob Reiner about heartbreak and friendship, trusted that audiences would follow 2 adults through years of awkward, funny, and brutally honest conversations. The film's most famous moment, Meg Ryan's performance in Katz's Deli, wasn't just scripted. It was shaped on set, with Billy Crystal improvising the punchline, "I'll have what she's having." Even the older couples sharing their stories between scenes came from real interviews, grounding the film in lived experience. Instead of relying on big gestures or spectacle, Reiner let Ephron's dialogue and the chemistry between Crystal and Ryan do the heavy lifting. The result? $92 million at the box office, an Oscar nomination for Best Original Screenplay, and a new standard for romantic comedies. Conversation became the main event, and Hollywood took notice. In 1987, Rob Reiner brought William Goldman's beloved novel to the screen with The Princess Bride. The film opens with a grandfather reading to his sick grandson, a gentle frame that lets the story wink at itself while staying sincere. Goldman had turned down other directors for years, but after one meeting with Reiner, he agreed, trusting him to keep the story's heart and humor. Reiner protected the original tone, balancing fairy tale earnestness with lines that became instant classics. As You Wish. Hello, My name is Inigo Montoya. You killed my father. Prepare to die. The Princess Bride pulled in $30 million at the box office, but its real life began on VHS. By 1990, over 2 million VHS tapes had found their way into homes. Campus screenings and late-night rentals turned it into a generational favorite. Nielsen ranked it among the top 10 video rentals for years. Through all of this, Reiner never let cynicism flatten the adventure or the jokes. He trusted Goldman's words, asked his cast to play them straight, and let the audience decide how much to laugh or believe. That is how a modest fantasy became a timeless cult classic. In 1986, Rob Reiner adapted Stephen King's novella The Body into Stand By Me, a film that would become the emotional cornerstone of his career. The story unfolds through the eyes of Gordie LaChance, voiced by Richard Dreyfuss, looking back on a childhood journey that feels both ordinary and unforgettable. The line, "I never had any friends later on, like the ones I had when I was 12, lands quietly. But it lingers. Reiner cast Will Wheaton and River Phoenix for their raw honesty. He built trust with the young actors through improv games and long talks, not rigid direction. When the boys crossed the railroad trestle, real fear flickered in their faces. Reiner kept the train slow, the camera distant, and the crew close. But he let the moment play out so the terror felt genuine. In the leech scene, the disgust and panic were real, but every detail, from rubber leeches to quick warm-ups after takes, was controlled for safety. The film's restraint is its power. Memory, loss, and friendship are drawn in small, true strokes. Stand By Me was made for $8 million and earned $52 million worldwide. It landed an Oscar nomination for Best Adapted Screenplay and now sits atop countless lists of coming-of-age classics. More than any other film, this is where Rob Reiner trusted quiet moments, young actors, and the ache of nostalgia. Hollywood learned to trust him with stories that last. Across all 5 films, one pattern stands out: trust. Rob Reiner trusted stories, actors, and the audience. That faith in storytelling creates the movies we never forget.